Hello everyone. December is a lovely time to be in Guwahati. We are on the bank of Brahmaputra and today we have with us very own Assam's Joi Barua. Welcome Joi.
Thank you.
We all know Joi from various movies he has been part of like Udaan, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara and Devdi. iFOREST launched Guwahati Clean Air Plan and Joy came on board to talk about Assam's clean air, the air that we breathe. And hence today we are here to talk on air pollution issues. Welcome everyone to iFOREST's COgreen Podcast, Everything on Environment. I am Dr. Pratima Singh, Director Air Pollution and Waste Management. Welcome Joy. I want to understand from you, we are in such a lovely view. In the background, you can see a lot of debris lying, you know. There's a lot of construction happening. It's such a serene environment, but it does impact us and the environment in many ways because it goes in our system. Just remember two decades back when we were younger, how was the air around in Assam, in Jorhat from where you are? Do you remember anything?
I think breathing by itself was a complete experience,
Right.
of understanding, and it felt blessed that you were born in a land which allowed you to breathe in nature, trees, flowers, the winter hay,
Right.
when the rice would come in,
Correct.
and and we would actually, go around with the cows, getting the husk out of the thing. So it was connected to smells, and the smells happened because the air was clean. And I think we all grew up as sensory supermen and superwomen. All our senses were magnified.
Right.
The sight, there was no pollution. You could see the sky in a different way. You still do. You could hear in a different way. You could smell. And I think the keenest of the senses, apart from sight, is smell.
Correct.
And that is linked to memories, that is linked to emotions. Smell is not just smelling food or perfume, right?
Everything around
Smell
us.
is smelling your childhood.
True.
It's memories, it's emotions. There's a way your grandparents smelled. Now suddenly in Guwahati, I don't think people remember how people smelled 20 years down the line, because that has been taken over by the shift in, I will say, progress, but this is the price you pay sometimes. And what I believe right now, the stakeholders in the future of clean air are both the government and the citizens. Consciousness, the rightful planning by the government, that's their job, and the rightful intent and awareness on part of citizens.
True.
Some things, like I say, are non-negotiable.
True. What a lovely memory you have, about the smell and the childhood. And now that has become problem for most of the cities, burning of the paddy straw and everything. But I want to draw from what you said. It's a collaborative effort of government and the community. During our study here in Guwahati, we found that around 60% of the activities that contribute to pollution come from either waste burning, biomass burning for cooking or heating, especially in winter season. People burn firewood to keep themselves warm. So these activities might be in small numbers, but the pollution that comes out from it, it's huge. It's impacting the environment and our health. And government is definitely trying its bit, in stages. But as a community, what is the kind of message that you would want to give? Like, what should the citizen do at their end? We always say, that everything starts from home. So how do we start?
I think we need to be mindful of habits and need to be trimming the unnecessary
Right.
wastage around the ends. you can't stop people from being by a fire, you know, uh, but to stop wasteful burning. When you not tone it down by a notch, people get, you know, they understand. Wasteful usage of gas, cooking, you know. I think these conversations need to be had more.
Right.
And I think impactful, interesting conversations uh, should be had in institutions,
Right.
educational.
Correct, correct. I also believe that awareness is something that needs to be increased, and schools are the best platforms because kids, when they learn, they take that knowledge
True.
back home
True.
to their parents, family, and it spreads to the community. So we need to start working with school kids, colleges, and everyone. But as you mentioned, you know, it is very difficult to stop people burning firewood for keeping them warm in winters. But definitely, good initiatives for sustainable energy is something that the government should be thinking, and people should also practice that in behavior. You know, those are very important
I think
aspects.
the efforts to tell people what to do are far lesser than what ought to be.
Right,
I will make that point.
right,
Also, as an institution, there's only so much you can do.
correct.
I think there's room for so much more, and for every institution to do so much more.
Right, right. I completely agree to you. You know, like music travels boundaries. Same way, air pollution also travels. It does not follow a boundary. It's transboundary problem, and climate change is associated with air pollution as well. And we have seen, you know, if stubble is being burnt in Punjab or Haryana, it travels down South India. And if there is a dust storm in Afghanistan, it comes to, you know, Punjab as well. So it's something that we cannot restrict, but we can definitely do things within our city boundaries. So do you think, you know, music is considered to be one of the healers for soul? It is considered to motivate people. Can it also be used for spreading the message, create awareness among citizens that what is good, what is bad, what impacts their health? Can music do that?
I think every medium is very powerful, but if you ask me, music is the most powerful.
Right.
And I'll take this occasion to say that it has been overlooked. Though over time you've had amazing artists who
Right.
have chosen to speak their mind and address the issues. Thankfully, music has spawned very responsible artistry, very mindful artistry. And you know, what is art? It's just a mirror to society, right?
Right.
But I think that kind of thought has not been institutionalized. I don't know why. I think today's conversation is giving me ideas which I'll take forward.
Definitely.
Why only academic education, which is termed as books, has been so beautifully institutionalized,
True.
and why has
Art and culture.
Why has John Lennon's song not been taught in schools as part of a greater conscience?
Right.
Who's been at the helm of such division, of such a divisive act?
True.
I think as an artist, I need to dwell into that.
Right. You know, just 2 days back, I was reading in the news article that most of the global artists are now coming to Northeast because it has been so culturally strong in music, and I think that needs to be considered as a platform for creating awareness for.
I think the whole culturally strong aesthetic has come because the Northeast is primarily tribal in nature.
Right.
People have lived with and within nature. This is like Africa.
Right.
We are not, we may be urban sprawling right now, but that's not the case. We
True.
are living, these are forests.
Right.
And when you stay close to nature, you stay close to the source of humanity,
Yeah.
to mankind.
You also mentioned one thing, you know, that development is something that we will face consequences. Development is essential. But when we talk about tribal people, in especially in Guwahati, there are a lot of hillocks, you know, and people are living illegally or, you know, have registered with municipal corporation on the hills, and they're burning a lot. Do you think one message that you would want to give to these tribal community or people who are living on hills, how can they contribute to environment?
I think this message will, this conversation is amazing, and you know, they will listen to what we do. But this really merits are getting down to the brass tacks and where people are, to tell them, and to rally generation next. I will urge them. I will do further podcasts,
Right.
and I'll go on my social media to tell them why we met here in the first place
Right.
and what I take forward. I think as part of being part of your journey, that is my job. But I was telling Kaushik the other day, and I wish to say it here, that we need to hit colleges, schools,
Correct.
tell people why this is necessary,
Right. Right.
and it doesn't cost them anything. It's just the development of a good habit.
True.
It's just a conscience that has to be lightened up,
Yeah.
or probably streamlined habits.
Other countries have done it, and I'm sure India will also do it, and so will the tier 2 and tier 3 cities in the coming year. Thank you so much for being with us. It was lovely talking to you. People, this was Joi Barua, the singer, composer, artist, and an environmentalist from heart. Thank you for watching us. Keep watching our iFOREST podcast, and do subscribe us on LinkedIn, Instagram, and other places. And thank you again.